Hey guys, it's Archon. So a couple weeks ago, AverMedia was cool enough to send me one of their live gamer portable capture cards so that I could try it out and tell you guys what I thought about it. And they were even cool enough to engrave Archon the Wizard right there on the capture card, which I thought was really cool. So I'm just going to tell you guys about what it is, some of the features of this model, and what I like about it and what I don't like about it. So a capture card allows you to take the input from one device and record it onto your computer. So you can take a console or a separate computer or even the signal from the computer you're using and get the signal onto a streaming program or a capture program and then make videos or live stream from there. And it just takes some of the pressure off of your computer and puts it onto the capture card, and of course allows you to record from devices that you normally can't, like consoles. So how it works is you plug the console or computer into one of the inputs here. The AverMedia Live Gamer Portable has HDMI and AV-in. AV-in can be used for the component in, like on a PlayStation 3, and then HDMI could be used on an Xbox or a computer. Now, if your computer doesn't have HDMI, you are going to have some kind of adapter that goes from DVI or whatever you're using into the HDMI, and you will have to have the cords that would normally plug into the monitor, but AverMedia comes with all the cords you'll need to go from here to your monitor. So this is going to kind of act as like a bypass between the component and your monitor. You plug it in, it comes out, and then it will display whatever you normally would see on the monitor. But it records the information, and then you can export that to your computer via this USB port right here. But the really cool thing about the AverMedia Live Gamer Portable is it has a switch right here. So if you have it over here, it's going to send the signal to your computer. If you switch it over here, it'll send it to an SD card. So you actually don't even have to be by a computer. You could just be playing your console in a different room, record it to an SD card, and then you'll have the video files, and you can upload them right to your computer. There's some other cool features as well. It can capture in up to 1080p resolution, although I think more and more capture cards can do that nowadays. It can also capture up to 60 frames per second, and I believe up to 60 megabytes per second of data. It uses the H.264 codec, which I think is probably the best video codec for recording or streaming video online. And maybe one of its best features is that it has very low latency. There's very little delay from what you see on the monitor to what gets recorded onto the software. I've used other capture cards that had up to a 3-second delay, and that can cause a lot of problems, especially if you're using a headset or a webcam, as what you're saying isn't going to match up to the video. But when I plugged it in from one computer into my other computer, there was almost no delay at all, which was really nice. The first time setup probably took me about 15 or 20 minutes. You have to go to their website to install the drivers first. It looks like the drivers are only available for Windows, so you wouldn't be able to use it on a Mac. But then they have a quick start guide that kind of walks you through how to use it with different devices, a computer or a console. And they have their own program, the software that comes with the device that you can use to capture or stream. I played around with it a little bit. It seemed fairly easy to use, a lot of different options. I couldn't figure out how to get the headset or webcam set up right away, but personally I'm just more comfortable with XSplit and the capture programs I'm using. So you could use your own capture or streaming software if you wanted to. XSplit, as an example, sees this as a camera. You can just add it as a source, and it's pretty simple to set up. The one big downside I did see to the product is a lot of people are having issues connecting it to a PS3, and I was one of those people. I spent about an hour trying to figure out how to connect my PS3 to the capture card. However, they do have some pretty good support on the forums. There's lots of YouTube videos and a lot of people, so you can get the help you need pretty quickly, and if you're more tech savvy, you could probably figure it out a lot faster than I did. Overall, I think it's a pretty high quality device, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone who wanted to capture video from a console without having to need their computer right there because of the SD card feature. I think it's getting some pretty good reviews online, so I'll post a link to their site in the description so you guys can check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll have another one for you soon.